Hello everyone and welcome to the World Series. This is where the greatest wrestlers around the world in intense wrestling get together to win some gold. Let's get right into this. And to start things off, the hunt for the world title begins. Reaper versus Mitch Forkley in our first match in the Gold Rush tournament. Their stipulation is Hell in a Cell. And Mitch Forkley bringing out his darker side tonight with the Phantom. Now I have to think here, the world title up for grabs. These wrestlers have to go through up to 3 matches of pure agony to get the most coveted prize in intense wrestling. Tonight you'll be seeing the reveal of the designs of the world title, the hardcore title, the Intercontinental title, the light heavyweight title and the tag team titles. And here comes the current world champion, the Reaper. The Reaper not getting any benefits from being the champion, just like everyone else. He's starting from round 1. Now, one thing about the Gold Rush tournament is that the stipulations for each match are randomly selected, meaning that you can be put in an environment which you may not be familiar with, or an environment that your opponent is much better at. Now, this could prove to be interesting. We don't know which of the 2 wrestlers here is going to benefit more from being inside Hell in a Cell. Reaper is almost unkillable sometimes, but with the cage surrounding, you have to wonder, could this prove beneficial for Mitch Forkley in this kind of encounter? We're going to have to wait and see though, but the Reaper, as cool and calm as ever, there's just this inhuman aura about him. But now we're gonna see Mitch Forkley, the Phantom, has been awoken with inside Mitch Forkley, and there he is! Mitch Forkley, definitely wanting to prove that he could beat the Reaper here tonight. He may have lost as regular Mitch Forkley, but when things get serious, the Phantom comes out to play the darker side of Mitch Forkley. And inside Hell in a Cell, this is a completely different environment and circumstances than their first encounter in episode 1 of Intense Wrestling. Could that give Mitch Forkley the edge in this match? We don't have to wait much longer though, the match begins! And now they meet in the center of the ring. And look at that, oh wait a minute! I was about to say a lovely backdrop, but no chance there. Mitch Forkley, nice bit of athleticism, flipping around and getting the jawbreaker, and now stomping on the chest. Wonderful work so far. Mitch Forkley getting the early attack in on the Reaper, and a huge blow there. The reverse DDT. Could this be the edge that the Phantom needs? Certainly seeming more aggressive, but now the Reaper bringing him back down to reality. Wait a minute, I stand corrected. Forkley keeping things level here. Oh, and look at that flying clothesline right there from the Reaper. Wonderful work there. And now, standing over Mitch Forkley, a clubbing blow to the back, and then picks him up and driving the head into the mat. Forkley standing to the side of the ring, and the Reaper, stoic as ever, just watching Forkley, waiting for the moment, punches him, and Forkley crashes down to the mat. Now, is the Reaper about to use the cell? No! Deciding not to, seemingly choosing to use his fists. That's an interesting thing, and I do wonder, could that prove to be a detriment to him later on in the match? If he's not going to use that stipulation, what's going to stop Forkley from... That's not going to stop Forkley from taking full use of it. The Reaper though, whoa! Maybe he doesn't need it with a big boot like that. Now, going to pick Forkley back up, put him on his knees, and clubbing the back down. Sign of dominance there as he goes for the pinfall. Just a 1 count though. The Phantom still resilient as ever. Wonderful work so far by Mitch Forkley to take this kind of punishment and just keep going. But now the Reaper, oh, that is going to damage the arm like nothing else. And wait a minute, I think the Reaper was going to go for a tombstone. What the heck was that? And then you saw Mitch Forkley escaped and then just, I think, what was that? Was that blood? Can we just see that again? Okay, I think we're going to have to talk to him about what that red substance was. But now, Forkley in the... Oh, I was about to say in the driver's seat, but look at this. DDT. Wonderful work there from the Reaper. And now, going for the shoulder of Mitch Forkley. Just wrenching on it. This is a sign of dominance on the Reaper's part. And he goes for a pinfall. Another 1 count. Not even close to going out yet. As he goes for another shoulder claw, almost as a punishment for daring to kick out. And you have to be thinking that the Reaper is considering what he's going to have to do to take out the Phantom. The Phantom goes for a jawbreaker. And now, twisting in the arm. Oh, the Reaper's having none of that. Picks up Forkley and slams him down. Now, standing tall over Mitch Forkley. Picks him back up to his feet. Oh, a huge clubbing blow there. And dropping the head onto the knee and then a neck breaker. Forkley escaping to the outside. And you have to think he's trying to get a breather. Still got a lot of fight in him, but I think that knocked him a little silly. But he's back in there. Not want to back down from a challenge, even from the Reaper. Forkley very brave. And you see there with a lovely strike to the chest, and he now gets Reaper back up to his feet. Takes him over to... Oh, he's got him to the ropes, and look at that! The Reaper crashed into the side of the cell. Doesn't seem to have made him fall, however. The Reaper almost superhuman in what it takes to take him out. And now, getting back into the ring, we're following Forkley. And now Forkley with a series of strikes there, staggering the Reaper, but the Reaper returning with a big knee there. And now, going for a suplex. Bam! Huge hit there. And now going for a pin. 1, 2, and a 2 count. The Reaper still needs to do more, but you can start to see Mitch Forkley beginning to weaken as we now have reached the 2 count. And the stomp to the side of the head there. The Reaper, absolutely brutal, going for a side slam, and this is usually the beginning of the end. The Reaper standing tall, picking up Forkley, and oh, wait a minute, look at that. Oh, that is devastating. And it looked... Oh, no. I thought he was going to go for a pin there. But no chance yet. Here we go. It's all over. A tombstone pile driver. And a pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Very few people ever get up from the tombstone pile driver. Mitch Forkley, not one of them. Man, what an amazing fight from these two competitors in this match. You can see that Mitch Forkley did give it everything he had, enduring a lot of assault from the Reaper, more than most of the people we've seen who have gone up against the Reaper. We have to give special commendation for that. But the Reaper, showing why he's the world champion at the moment, just being dominant in the ring. That is his ring first and foremost, and really showing you why he's the world champion. To be world champion, you have to be one of, if not the best wrestler in the entire world. That's the whole point of being the world champion. And the Reaper looking dominant as he heads into the 2nd round, not even needing the cell to obtain victory. Incredible work by the Reaper. Commiserations to Mitch Forkley, but a hearty congratulations to our potential still world champion, if he can continue performances like that at least. now we move on to the second match of the first round of the Gold Rush tournament. It's Herman versus Wade Danielson in a ladder match. Will we see the 7'4" Herman be able to win against the smaller Wade Danielson? Now, in a match like this, you have to think that this is very much in the air. Herman, I imagine, could very easily outmuscle Wade Danielson, but on the flip side, this is a ladder match, which is one of the matches I'd assume would be Wade Danielson's specialty. This is what I was on about before. Wrestlers can be put outside of their element. We have to wonder, can the slow, heavy Herman take advantage of something like a ladder match? We're not going to have to wait too long though, because Herman is right there and he's looking quite pleased with himself. He's been doing incredibly well so far. Currently undefeated in the ring since episode 1 of Intense Wrestling. You have to think that he's going in looking really good as he heads into this. Could become our next world champion if he can win this match. If he can win this, he'd be tantalizingly closer to being our world champion. And you have to think that hunger, that drive to become world champion once again has to be absolutely burning within. Now, to win a ladder match, to explain how to win a ladder match, the idea is that there is a briefcase hoisted above the ring, and the idea is that you must climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase in order to win. If you can do that, then it's easy. And that's where the wonder lies, because Herman, I imagine, could win if it was just coming down to a good old brawl, but he's got to climb that ladder, and I don't know, can he do that? It's going to be hard to say, but there is Wade Danielson. Look at him, confident as ever, also undefeated at the present time in Intense Wrestling, and you have to think as another former world champion, he is riding high. Never faced Herman before, but my goodness, I think he's feeling that he can run circles around Herman. It's going to be very interesting to watch as he heads to the ring. Very agile as we saw in his matches. He can command the ring like few others can. So I have to think a ladder match surely should be his speciality here. And now, could the king of the ring truly earn his crown here tonight? Well, we're about to find out. The match begins. Herman comes over, but Wade with a kick to the leg, and a Hurricane Runner spikes Herman on the head. Oh my god, and you can see now Wade Danielson hopping over Herman to get to the top rope. Look at this. Oh, he's waiting for Herman to get up. He's going to do something big here. And he leaps, and oh my god, Herman jumping out of the way. Now it's Herman's turn to get in some assault. Look at this, lifting up Wade, a rib breaker to the ground now. And look at this. This is that kick was mean and nasty. Herman, once he gets attacking, that power and size can be absolutely devastating. And now Wade coming off a big boot, and Wade just bouncing off the foot from the amount of power Herman put into that. Wade trying to make a comeback, but Herman quashing it right there as he picks up Wade and tosses him at the ropes. Incredible work so far by Herman in this match. If he can keep Wade knocked out for long enough, if from a big enough assault, he could very well get the title. He could very well get the briefcase from the top of the ladder. And he's now got Wade, picks him up for a power bomb by the looks of it. Oh, he's got something planned here. Oh my god, that's a 7-foot drop. The face colliding with the turnbuckle. I think Herman was expecting Wade to have gone up there, but I think he knocked Wade a bit goofy. There's the wake-up call. Oh, Wade rolling out, getting back in now. Herman meeting him right there. Look at this. Oh, he's gotten Wade on the top rope. Oh, look at that. That was a bad decision by Herman as Wade... Oh, he knocked Herman and made him groggy, and then the weight from Wade knocking Herman to the ground. Wonderful work there. And now we're seeing, boom, the face of Herman colliding into the ground. Not the smartest decision ever by Herman to get Wade onto the top rope. And now Wade rallying the fans on his side as Herman rushes over, but not fast enough for Wade Danielson. As Wade takes him down, Herman rolling to the outside to try and catch his breath. And Wade following after. Looks like Herman had enough time to recover as he takes him into the steel steps. And now Wade. Oh, God, that must have hurt. And you can see Herman not relenting as he drops the weight onto the back. And you can just tell Wade in lots of pain from that. This is the kind of stuff you have to endure to prove yourself as the world champion. Bam! Right on the back. And now, getting Wade back up to his feet again. And look at this. A signal to the Reaper. Tombstone, and he's busted him open. Oh, God. Wade Danielson busted open here in this ladder match as Herman pushes the ladder into the ring. And now about to climb the ladder. Get to the briefcase. Potentially become our next winner in this Gold Rush tournament. Wade trying to shake the cobwebs out. Don't think he realises. Oh, he's realised now. Herman grabs the briefcase. Wade rushing over to the ladder. He's coming up with such speed. Punch from Wade. He's going to try and knock Herman down. Series of punches. Herman's groggy. Oh no, the bleeding head ran into the steel and he collapses there. And now Herman going to take the briefcase. This one's over. Wade out of it. Herman, all he needs to do is finally rip that briefcase and it's all his. So much closer. The world title. So much closer at the edge of his fingertips. Heading into the second round. But Wade now up and he's chopping back up. He's going to try it again here. Another series of punches from Wade. Again and again and again. And now look at that. Herman falling to the ground. And Wade now going for the briefcase. Could Wade go into the second round of the Gold Rush tournament? And oh my God, he's done it. Wade Danielson wins his match in the first round of the Gold Rush tournament and heads into the second round. My God, that match was down to a wire there. Look at that, the bleeding head of Wade Danielson. He's going to need to get that checked out, see if he can still keep going. But good Lord, congratulations to Wade Danielson on an impressive victory as he gets closer to becoming the world champion. And then we move on to the third match of the Gold Rush tournament. It's Cliff Cruz versus Black Death in a Falls Count Anywhere match. The rules are simple there. No count out, no disqualification. Hell, you don't even have to be in the ring to win. You could pin anywhere from here to Timbuktu. And here we are with a match like this. Ring awareness isn't enough anymore. Now you can brawl here, there and everywhere. You can go into the parking lot. You could go onto the top of that Titantron. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. Once you get a pinfall or submission, you win the match. And a match like that is incredibly unpredictable. And you have to think Cliff Cruz can't be too thrilled about a match like that. Now, knowing that any dirty play that he tries can be matched by Black Death, because anything is allowed in a Falls Count Anywhere match. But you have to give it to Cliff Cruz. He is so much closer to the world title than he has ever been before. And you have to think that does something for the confidence and the ego of the man. Looking quite cocky, in fact, as he struts over to his corner. And now awaiting Black Death. Black Death doing incredibly well in Orcs Wars. I imagine that is going to help somewhat in this intense wrestling match. The lights are down. I think it's safe to say here he comes. And there he is, the Orcs Wars champion. Black Death has arrived. Oh, look at that display right there. You have to think Black Death would love it if he could get a chance to face the world champion, the Reaper. The two so similar yet so different, and you have to think the way to set themselves apart and show which one of them is superior would mean more than anything to Black Death, meaning almost as much as becoming the Intense Wrestling World Champion. He gets into the ring. Now, to be the Orcs Wars World Champion shows enough that he clearly knows his way into beating many an opponent here. And you have to think, in a match against Cliff Cruz, he has the know-it-all to go and take it to the second round. But we're going to have to wait and see here. Neither of these men have been in a Full Count Anywhere match, so this could be uncharted territory, and the match begins, so there's no more waiting. The men meet in the center of the ring. Black Death starts things off, tossing Cliff back into the corner with a scoop slam there. A little bit of dominance on display by Black Death here. Backdrop, oh, the head hitting the ropes there, and I think Cliff was reeling from that one. And look at this, Black Death springing back to his feet from that backdrop. My God, very impressive display so far from Black Death as he goes for the elbow drop onto the head, picks Cliff back to his feet, and now the whip into the ropes and big boot. Good Lord, and now Cliff Cruz seeming already out of it. No, look at that. Cliff Cruz now, and a lovely head scissors takedown there. Cliff Cruz taunting the fans as he gets himself ready to continue that assault, waiting for Black Death, and look at that! My God! He's just taken Black Death out. He saw an advantage and he took it as he takes it to the outside of the ring, and boom! A DDT onto the concrete floor. God, that's terrible. And now you see Cliff Cruz just standing over Black Death. Black Death, though, kicking Cliff Cruz away and going for a side slam. That is going to be painful to the spine on this kind of surface. Standing tall now. Oh, he's gesturing. He wants to absolutely show himself here. Why he deserves to be the world champion. Driving the back into the knee there. Stomping on that head. Oh, man. Boom to the head. And you have to think Cliff Cruz is seeing stars. He's reached and he's got a sledgehammer. No, God. Oh, and he tossed it at Cliff. Bloody hell, Black Death. And now Cliff attempting to make a comeback. Mitch just barely missed that discus punch. Likely still groggy, but landing on his feet there. And look at that. I stand corrected yet again. Pure adrenaline, I'm sure, helped in that head scissors takedown. And look at this. That C4 right there. And wow. Cliff Cruz pulling it right out the hat there after that huge assault. Wonderful display so far by Cliff Cruz as he continues to fight, and oh my God, oh, Black Death with a vicious power bomb. Good God. And now getting Cliff Cruz up to his feet and going for another side slam. Oh, the spine bending from the impact, you have to think that is going to leave you with a bruise. Oh, speaking of bruises, against the ring post. Oh, Black Death just watching, waiting for Cliff Cruz, seeing if he's going to get up. And it looks like Cliff trying to. Black Death stopping him though. Just stomping away. And now getting Cliff Cruz up on Black Death's terms as he picks him up. Planning something here. Going over to the... Oh no, he's going over the ring post. What's he got planned? Oh God, he just tossed him at the ring post. Good grief. What impressive power on the part of Black Death here. As he goes for the pin for 1, 2. No, just a kick out there. And now Black Death getting up. Gonna continue that assault on Cliff Cruz. Gets him up to his feet. But Cliff looking to try and make a comeback here. But oh, look at that. A lovely, lovely kick there. That roundhouse kick knocking Black Death off his feet. And now a neck breaker. Oh man. And now you're seeing Cliff Cruz trying to show some resiliency here in this match. It goes for a lovely kick there. Going for a pinfall. 1. Oh no, just a 1 count. Black Death still just looking unstoppable at the moment. Ooh, stopping Cliff Cruz from continuing, and a big takedown there from that clothesline. And now bringing Cliff Cruz back to his feet, and I think this one's over. Here it goes, the choke slam. Oh God, the head of Cliff Cruz hitting the side of the ring. I think this is over. No, oh my God, Black Death, what can you do to him now? Oh lordy, and look at that, up in the air, and a suplex. He's not done yet. Oh, I think he's done now. Going for a pin. 2, no. Cliff kicking out. How in the world can a man absorb that much punishment and still want to keep going? Oh, Black Death though, he's about to end it here. Black Death with Black Mass. Oh, that knocks your lights out in an instant. A 2 count and a 3 count. Black Death into the second round of the Gold Rush tournament. My God, Black Death looking so dominating in a match like this. Very, very impressive display. Now, Cliff Cruz, we can't deny, he did his very damnedest to win this, and he definitely gave it his all. But good God, you have to point out here, Black Death just boom, just looked like the stronger man in this match. Definitely looking like a worthy contender for the world title in a display like that. Oh, a bit of intimidation there. And I have to say, with a win as impressive as that, I don't know what people are going to have to do to take out someone like that. But now we move on to our 4th match, which is going to be Hardcore Hank versus Kendrick Malandra, the winner of the 8-man Battle Royale for the last slot in the Gold Rush tournament. These two will be competing in a last man standing match. Now, the rules of a last man standing match are simple. You have to keep your opponent down, not for a pinfall to the count of 3, but down for a count of 10. You have no countouts, no disqualification. This is one of the most brutal match types that one can possibly take part in. And this is their first round. I have to wonder if either one of these men will truly be a winner when they come out of this battered, bloody, and bruised. We're going to have to wait and see though. We'll say whoever comes out on top more than certainly deserves a chance to be the world champion. Despite my personal disagreements with these two men and their personal philosophies. And here we go, the last match of the first round of the of the Gold Rush tournament. And here comes Hardcore Hank. Now, I asked Hardcore Hank in an interview how he felt after beating up Biohazard, how he could sleep knowing that he took a veteran who'd been wrestling since the 90s and just wipe him out, put him on the shelf like that. Hank said he slept like a baby and that he had a dream that the Reaper was bloody on the floor and that world title was wrapped around his waist. Disturbing words from Hardcore Hank, but he's going to have to get through Kendrick Malandra to get to the second round of the Gold Rush tournament. And I'm going to have to say, enduring the power of 8 other men in one match is certainly no mean feat. And you have to think Kendrick Malandra going to have, with that kind of durability, might have a bit of an edge here in a last man standing match. We're going to have to wait and see though. He's never faced Hank before, so anything could happen in a match of this caliber. Clearly quite confident given such a big victory. Both of these men looking to get one step closer to the Gold Rush tournament. Whoever wins this faces Black Death in the next round. We know currently that the first match of the second round will be the Reaper versus Wade Danielson. Now I have to say, that's going to be incredible to see Wade Danielson facing 2 world champions in his ascent to try and become a world champion again himself. But we're going to have to wait and see. That's going to be later tonight, so do stay tuned. Now Kendrick Malandra heading over to his corner, and we're going to have to see now which of these 2 men could be our world champion as they head into the second round. Going for each other now in the center of the ring in this first round match. Twisting the arm of Hardcore Hank, Kendrick Malandra showing a bit of dominance, but now look at this, Hardcore Hank doing it in return. Twisting the arm of Malandra and taking him down. Stopping Malandra from trying to mount a comeback himself, but no dice there as a fireman's carry helps Malandra keep things even. Locking arms with Hank, but Hank now going around, wrapping his arms, but look at that. Quick escape and now doing the same, and boom! Nice feat of strength there from Kendrick Malandra as he goes for the head of Hank. Now Hank back up to his feet though, and he was going to try and lift Malandra up, but Malandra quick thing and elbow to the head, and now a whip to the ropes. Malandra picked out, and a spine buster from Hardcore Hank. Oh, and look at that combat roll. Oh, he was going to go for the knee there, potentially using one of Hank's moves against him, but Hank was not going to have that. And look at that power on the part of Hardcore Hank. Jesus, Hardcore Hank is built like a truck, and you have to think with a physically imposing body like that he's gonna be absolutely dominant in terms of pure raw strength, and he's showing it here. My God, I thought it was gonna be a suplex, but he turned it into a powerbomb. What in the world is Hank? He elbows the head. That cruel side of Hardcore Hank yet again as he targets the head of Kendrick Malandra, but Kendrick escaping a reverse DDT, hitting the head of Hank in return. And look at this, the storm system in action here with Kendrick Malandra lifting up, deadlifting someone the size of Hank. Very impressive. And oh my God, he's doing the dick grab again. Oh, he's just gone for Hardcore Hank in the knob. Definitely a sign of authority there as he lifts him up in the end. Hank having to rake the eyes. You have to think he is pissed after such a sign of disrespect from Kendrick Malandra. Oh God, the ribs crash down to the knee there as Kendrick tries to find his footing again, picks himself back up to his feet. Hank moseying over, punches him, just makes it look like it's nothing. And look at that, He's trying to keep himself cool. You have to think he was livid after that dick grab. Let's just see that again. The dick grab was painful. Absolutely disastrous. Now the count, we're seeing, can Kendrick Malandra be already out? Could that punch have knocked his lights out? We're seeing now the referee getting closer to a 10 count here. No, Kendrick getting back up, and Hank already going after, but oh, look at that. Kendrick Malandra into the barricade, and a big old chop there, taking Hardcore Hank off his feet. And now it looks like the ball is back in Kendrick Malandra's court here. Picks him up, and boom, the ribs into the knee. Wonderful work there by Kendrick Malandra in this match. And now running into the ring as the referee begins the count, getting closer to a 10 count. Could that pain be so excruciating that Hardcore Hank just decides to stay down for a 10 count? Then again, he could be using that time to recover, seemingly unfazed as he got back up there. You have to think that's going to be a bit of mind games for Kendrick as he rams him into the barricade, giving it everything he's got here in this match. But Hank just tosses him over. He stands over and just stomps on the body of Malandra. And a knee to the body of Malandra. Now, getting back into the ring as he waits for the referee to start the count. The referee had to keep an eye on Hank there as he interrupted the referee's count before, and he had to make sure that he wasn't going to do it again. Now, could Malandra stay down after this? Oh, Malandra began getting up, and Hank was immediately pouncing over, but look at that. Oh, I was about to say electric chair drop about to be done there, but no dice there as Hank begins battering the head of Malandra, and now Hank picking up Malandra here, and look at this! Onto the concrete floor, and now leg drop onto the head of Kendrick Malandra, and you have to be thinking of the pain Malandra must be through, but still the spirit of Malandra not giving up just yet. Taken down though from a leg sweep, and I think Hank, it just told Malandra that he's going to let Malandra get off easy if he stays down. You have to wonder, is Malandra going to take that? Is he going to stay down? That's something that we have to wonder here as the referee continues the count. And now we're wondering, is it over for Malandra here? Hank's been looking incredibly dominant in this match. Malandra back up to his feet. Hank just adjusting his jocks. Oh! Malandra wasn't happy with that kind of nonchalantness from Hardcore Hank. Just did the dick grab, and oh my god, look at this. Hank's down. Now, I do know if you grab someone by the balls and squeeze hard enough, you can in fact knock someone out. Did that happen? That can't have happened here, surely. Oh my god. Oh, thank goodness. I thought he actually knocked Hank out there from the dick grab. Good lord, imagine winning a match that way. And now you can see Malandra not so much using power moves, but seeming to just want to prove his dominance here with these moves over Hank. Trying to prove that Hank isn't as superhuman as he's tried to let on in these fights. And now Malandra loosening those joints after the offense that he's taken. The referee has reached an 8 count. There's the 8 count now, but Hank began getting up. Kendrick Malandra did the swift kick and now stomping on the head of Hank. And again the stomp on the head. You have to think that Hank in a lot of pain, but look at that! My god, Kendrick Malandra. Oh, look at that back toss. These two men just knocked. These two are, oh my god. What? No way. No way is he coming down now. What is Ace going to be doing? I know he's got prop. Oh my god. I was thinking Ace was about to come and just sort out his problems with the storm system right here, but I think it was a ruse. Hank with a ruse, a dirty tactic. Anything goes, but my God, did he have to win off of a distraction? God, anything it takes to win the world title. That lust for gold just seeping through his veins, but it's not enough as he kicks Kendrick Malandra in the head. You have to think Kendrick Malandra is furious as he goes on to assault Hardcore Hank here. And you have to be wondering what's going through the head of Malandra as he stands over the body of Hardcore Hank here. Good God. I still can't get over that. Using Ace the Tank Bakke's theme to make Kendrick Malandra believe that Ace was going to come down and using that distraction. But now Kendrick back with the ball in his court here. And you have to wonder, can Kendrick keep it that way this time? And now, as he takes Hank down, and he's going to start choking the life out of him here. Oh, God, he's squeezing on the throat with the arm there, pressing the forearm in, and Hank knows he needs to get out as he starts, bam, bam, and just knocks Kendrick away. Hank was about to go for some sort of move like an Alabama slam, but Kendrick Malandra not letting that happen. Lovely bit of suplex work right there. Good Lord. And you have to think Kendrick Malandra feeling good about himself after that. As the referee continues the count. We've got to the count of 5 here. Count of 6. Count of 7. Could Hank be done after this? 8. No, he's back up now. And Hank now. Look at this. Oh, he's going to try and do a belly-to-belly there. But no chance. But now going to try and neck him on the ropes. God, that can knock the wind out of your sails. The referee now going for the count. It's count of 2. Count of 3. And count of 4. Now you can be knocked out from oxygen deprivation. Could that have happened from crushing the throat of Kendrick Malandra there? That was quite a fall onto the ropes. Hank is not a short man by any means. And now, getting up to the middle rope. But wait a minute, the lights are out. Oh my God, is the Reaper about to come down? Oh, Hardcore Hank, after all these insults, could be about to meet his maker. And the lights are back on. Look at this. Was this a... Oh my God, they both had this kind of thing planned for each other. These two dirty heels, both using this kind of tactic against each other. I shouldn't have expected any better from these kinds of people. Oh, I'm disgusted by the actions of these men. They can't let the sanctity of the world title remain pure as they use these kind of heelish tactics on each other to try and just get the one up. And a dick grab again from Kendrick Malandra as Hank collapses to the ground. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible, terrible. God. Now you have to think Hardcore Hank, Kendrick Malandra on equal footing of just pure evil. But you have to think, could that have been it? As Hank lies on the ground, he did somewhat neck himself on the way down. No, Hank beginning to get up. And a swift kick to the chest from Malandra. No, my God, no way. Hank got up so quickly there. Is Hank just gaining a breather from these counts? He seems to be unfazed by Malandra's assault. And now, Malandra having to escape from being choked out there. My God. And now Malandra looking to do another big move here. And now, oh, he's going to go for a headbutt and an elbow to the head from Hardcore Hank. Now the Lou Fez present. Bam! Oh, he just busted Malandra open. Hank, what is your obsession with busting people's heads open? Good God, and you can see the blood gushing out of Kendrick Malandra as he tries desperately to end this. The referee going for the count. Hopefully, for Kendrick Malandra's health's sake, this is over. My God, Hank is almost superhuman in the way that he can just keep popping back up. This is the kind of power that put Biohazard on the shelf. This is the kind of power that in his triple threat qualifying match allowed him to dominate 2 men at once. And now Kendrick Malandra trying his best to quash that power as he goes for a tree of woe. He's got something big planned here, stomping on the chest of Hardcore Hank as the count continues. 1, 2, as the count restarts, we're seeing now, could Kendrick be the one to do what so many have been failing to do currently and take out Hardcore Hank? You have to think something like that would be absolutely legitimizing to the career of Kendrick Malandra. Heel tactics or not, a last man standing match is really grueling on the body. And that was a wonderful bit of strength on the part of Kendrick Malandra. You have to think Aaron Storm is rubbing his hands in glee. A win here would look so good for the Storm system as a whole here. As he stands over Hardcore Hank, just, my God, the blood flowing. You have to think that he's at least a little out of it. So to be able to keep going like this is hugely impressive as he starts to go for the eye. Oh, he's got him in a submission. No, you can't win my submission. This is purely to inflict pain here. Maybe hoping that he can overload Hank on pain and knock him out. But look at that. Boom! Hank escaping there and getting back up to his feet. Kendrick Malandra though taking him back down. Oh God, the elbow to the head though. Hank, boom, and a clothesline. And my God, Hank walking like nothing happened. Now he is undoubtedly in pain. Any normal functioning human would be in immense pain after everything they've been through. But Hank able to keep up a perfect facade in the face of Kendrick Malandra's assault. And you have to think that even if though Kendrick is getting up, that the mind of Kendrick Malandra is just as out of it as the body as he begins striking. Oh no, Malandra taking the side and a roar from Hank as he knocks him down. Hank considers himself the alpha male of intense wrestling, the manliest man of them all. You have to think Kendrick Malandra might have been knocked out from that big punch there as all the rage of Hank was boiled into it. And now the count's going as Hank watches on from the ring. What a devastating display from both men. Malandra getting in a lot of assault, but you have to think maybe that inexperience in the ring is not allowing those moves to count for as much as Hank's moves are. Keep in mind, Malandra's bleeding and Hank is not, so there is something to say for that. Now we're going to see here, Hank's got something big planned as he takes Malandra to the top rope. He's going to go for a superplex. And oh my God! That was a huge drop there. And now Hank watching Malandra, waiting to see if there's any life left within Kendrick Malandra. So the count continues. My God, we've gotten to a count of 6. I really am unsure if there's any fight left within Kendrick Malandra. Oh my God, he's back up. My word, maybe taking that time to try and recover as he sprung back to his feet. As he picks up Hardcore Hank once again for a tree of woe. And now, oh look at this, choking Hank out with a foot there. Now that oxygen deprivation can be devastating. He stands over the body of Hank. Could that have taken Hank out? I'm a little unsure at this point after everything that's been thrown Hank's way. I think something huge is going to have to be done here. But at the moment, the ref doing the count, looking at it, maybe actually be very close, but Hank, oh, Kendrick just saw a sliver from Hank. Not even going to leave it a chance, but oh my God, look at that. And the knee, the Hardcore Hank pulling the knee right out of nowhere into the face of Malandra. I think this one's over. Good God, Hank was playing possum there, waiting for his moment. And now the knee collides with the head Hardcore Hank delivers that with such force that it can knock any man out. And you have to think that he is... Oh, but Melandra beginning to get up. He's going to try to bring things back into his favour again. Oh, look at this. My God. And you have to think Melandra is using every last ounce of strength here now to try and take out Hardcore Hank. He's been giving it everything, but Hardcore Hank just keeps getting up, keeps coming with all of this fire and this ferocity. I don't know how Hank manages to do it week after week. This man could truly end up beating the Reaper if he gets that far. So he watches Kendrick Melandra now, just toying, letting the count happen every chance he can at this point. So he just watches and waits and sees if Melandra will finally have his spirit broken and give up the match. The ref picking up. Look at that, Kendrick Melandra beginning to get up, but Hank was already on him in an instant. And oh no, Jesus, you could break the arm doing that. Hank now with a big clubbing blow. Oh, I think he was going to go for the finisher there, but Melandra knew to try and escape there. And look at this. Oh, the DDT. I think that one is it. Melandra perhaps looking to end it there with a future shock. I don't think that's going to knock out anyone. Could that finally be what we need to take out Hardcore Hank here? My God, this has been incredible. Good Lord. And now, kicking the leg as Hank begins to show signs of life. And he's going to wait again, see if Hank begins to move again. Probably as a warning to stay down. Don't bother getting back up because I will just inflict more punishment upon you. And you have to think that Hardcore Hank, after everything, even with that facade, has to be reeling. There's Hardcore Hank thrown into the corner. Looks like he's... Oh, look at this. He's going to go for another Tree of Woe here. What's he going to do this time? And look... Oh! My God! Dazing that bleeding head of Kendrick Melandra. And I think this is it. He's going for the finish. Oh God. This is it. Hardcore Hank finally pulled out the finisher there. Oh my God. Kendrick Melandra. Is this it for him? He's given so much into this match. Pulled out so much from the hat to try and take down Hardcore Hank. But Hardcore Hank, good Lord, man, he's so dominating. He's like a warlord as he goes on to the second round of the Gold Rush tournament. My God, we have to give a big high congratulations for the effort that Kendrick Melandra put into this match. Just see there the future shot DDT. Man, oh man, but at the end of the day, it was never enough to take out Hank. Hank just looked so impressive. He looked unkillable there. As he walks over to the ring, he's going to be heading into the second round, and he might finally get that long-awaited match with the Reaper. And now, we head into the Tag Team Championship match as we let the world title contenders have a break. It's the Storm System versus Beasts of Bedlam. And now here we go. The Beasts of Bedlam have been looking incredibly impressive. Mad Boar managing to very nearly get into the Gold Rush tournament. And then after an impressive victory against Theodore Franklin and Big Time Gerald, looking to be the likeliest contenders for the tag team titles, but the Storm System were not going to turn out a chance. 5 members of the Storm System mean that they've got their hands in almost every single title match. There you see Greg, one of the tag partners, coming down with the aid of Eli T. Now Eli T refused to be a member of this tag team match as he only wanted to team with Kendrick Melandra, his close friend. And he was willing to come down and assist Greg in this tag team match. And there is Greg's tag partner, Alan Bannon, finally here, ready to help out his fellow Storm System teammates. Now we have to talk about Alan Bannon briefly. Before, in Sam of RedScotGaming's personal federation, Alan Bannon was quite rotund before, but after meeting Aaron Storm, he's seen an incredible weight loss, and he puts that down entirely to Aaron Storm's amazing workout regimen and supplements. Now, again, I am hugely doubtful to the legitimacy of this workout regimen, but Alan Bannon, when I question him about that, threatened me with violence, so I've just had to accept his word on that. But my god, when you think about what the Beasts of Bedlam have on there up against them, they've got to deal with not only Greg and Alan in the ring, but Eli T outside the ring. But you look at the size of those men, they look like 4 men on their own. So my god, maybe the scales aren't as unbalanced as I thought they were. Look at the size of them. You've got Mad Boar, who's big enough on his own, just a big old hoss of a man. And then you have the great towering giant of Mammoth. These men look like they were born and raised on the top of a mountain. And you have to think that men like this are bound to eventually one day become champions. My god, they just look so fierce. Can they beat the power of the Storm System in this tag team championship match and become our inaugural tag team champions? Well, we're gonna find out right now. In this match, there are the tag team title belts, and you have to think that this means a lot to these two teams. Being able to do that proves that at the moment you are the best tag team in intense wrestling. And oh, a big kick there from Mad Boar, taking Alan Bannon down. So he gets to work, boom, and a knee to the head of Alan Bannon. Look at this, a nice dominating display from Mad Boar. Alan Bannon, though, attempting to come back there, punching away, and a big clothesline only staggers Mad Boar. And a kick staggering. Mad Boar not being able to be taken off his feet by the looks of it. So now, look at this. He's going to do a Hurricane Run to ensure Mad Boar gets taken off his feet. Now Alan Bannon on the middle rope, ready to inflict some punishment here. And a drop kick from the top rope. And now bringing Mad Boar sat up and stomping on the chest. So he gets Mad Boar back up to his feet, starts punching, and oh, Mad Boar quickly escaping a club to the back. And now Alan Bannon doing the same in return. And now, look at this, a Hurricane Rana. Mad Boar meeting his match potentially here in Alan Bannon, and a jawbreaker from Mad Boar. And now, Mad Boar got Alan Bannon off his feet, taking him to the corner, and look at that! Tossing him like a sack of potatoes right there. And we're seeing now Mad Boar taking him over to Mammoth, likely going to go for tag team move, but Alan Bannon escaping a dropkick, staggering Mad Boar. The size of Mad Boar, stopping him from being taken off his feet so easily. But Alan doesn't seem to be using Greg at all. Now, this is something that could prove divisive here. Now, if Alan and Greg can prove to be good enough singles competitors, they can still win this. But for me, the thing that gives you the advantage is being a team player. And Mad Boar and Mammoth have proven that in the past. I think Mad Boar is about to give us a demonstration right here as he tags in Mammoth, holding him in place, and boom! A big punch to the ribs, holding Alan Bannon in place to make that punch mean more. But Alan Bannon now attempting to hold down Mammoth, but Mammoth breaking free. Mammoth is so huge. He looks like 2 Alan Bannons put together. And now tossing Alan Bannon into the centre of the ring. It looked effortless on Mammoth's part as Mammoth goes to the middle rope. Good God, look at the size of him. That, whatever he's planning, could be huge here. Oh, an axe handle. Those giant fists colliding with the skull of Alan Bannon, and now dropping the weight onto the spine. You have to think Greg is itching to get back into the ring, not wanting to see his partner be beaten up so badly like this, as Mammoth just keeps pounding away at Alan Bannon. Now Alan Bannon with a knee to Mammoth, attempting to make a comeback here as he goes for a neck breaker. And Alan Bannon thinking better of trying to continue and push his luck as he tags in Greg. Now it's Greg's turn to try and take down Mammoth. Mammoth though, back on his feet and quickly took Greg down with a rib breaker. Now, Greg's going to have to see if he can use that speed to his advantage to try and make a comeback. But right now, Mammoth using that size and power to his advantage. Oh god, no way. He's on the middle rope again. I think he's going to go for another axe handle here. And he's off the ropes. Boom! Right on the skull of Greg. And now, lifting him up in a belly-to-belly, the weight pressing down. Mammoth looks so dominant here. Greg not getting a chance to get anything in here on Mammoth. Greg was trying to drag himself over to Alan Bannon. He wanted out of there. And now, taking it over to the corner. Oh, Greg trying to make a comeback here, but no dice. It cut off immediately there. And now, Mammoth looking to put Greg down there with a big power slam. This giant just watching Greg. Alan begging for Greg to tag out, knowing that this could be bad here, but Greg staying in. And you have to think this is foolish after this kind of squash. Mammoth is destroying Greg right now. And now Greg trying to make a combat roll. Oh, he was actually going to try and escape there, but Mammoth stopping him right there as he takes him to the ropes. Oh, what's he got planned here? Oh, no, 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 my God! All of the weight pressed down onto the neck of Greg. Greg tried crawling away, but Mammoth not letting him escape here. Goes for a pump handle slam. My God, and again he gets the hot tag. Just in time. Greg was in so much trouble. Alan Bannon with a drop kick and another drop kick. Can't take Mammoth off his feet. A clothesline and another drop kick. Only to Mammoth's knees though, and another drop kick. My God, and another one. Hung up on the ropes there, and he was going to go for the knee, but Mammoth managed to get out of the way as he lifts him up in a Samoan drop. Greg is completely out of it. He's not even up on the side of the ring. Eli D, maybe it was wise to stay out of this tag team match. Doesn't have to face the dueling towers that are Mammoth and Mad Boar. As Mammoth picks Alan Bannon back up. Oh God, he's got something planned here. Look at this. Boom! Mammoth, so dominant and powerful. Now taking it over to his partner Mad Boar. Oh, I think they're going to finish it here. Look at that, 7 feet in the air, and Mad Boar with the kick. That finish, that's their tag team finisher. There's no stopping there. Greg trying to get involved, but Mammoth holding him back. And we get to a 2 count and a 3 count. The Beasts of Bedlam are the tag team champions. Now you have to give Alan some credit there. He definitely tried his hardest. The Storm system though just were not prepared. But not only the power of Mad Boar and Mammoth, but the teamwork there. You see there the height of Mammoth, the power of Mad Boar working in perfect harmony right there. Taking down Alan Bannon for the 1, 2, and a 3 count. And Greg very nearly broken up, but Mammoth successfully holding him off there. And my God, this is the kind of display you need to show to prove yourselves as the tag team champions. Now the question is, who, if anyone, can take those titles from them? My God, a hearty congratulations to the Beasts of Bedlam, Mad Boar and Mammoth, looking like the biggest tag team on the planet here in Intense Wrestling's World Series. Now this is normally where we'd end an episode of Intense Wrestling, but stay tuned, we're not even halfway there yet as we move on to the Light Heavyweight Championship match, and over the top rope 6-man battle royal with Dennis Finch, Brian Zapp, VVC, Walter Abbott, Skeleton X, and Blue Thunder. This is for the Light Heavyweight Championship. Now with the Light Heavyweight Championship, you have to be at the Light Heavyweight weight class or below to be able to apply to compete for this belt. Now, this doesn't divide these wrestlers from going after other belts, but this is a belt specifically meant to highlight them. And here is VVC, looking to try and finally break that losing streak he's been accruing, trying to get himself a championship belt under his waist. Now, apart from these matches which he's been in where the odds have definitely not been in his favour, he's actually a very good competitor in the ring. And you have to think though, once again, with 5 other men, it's not exactly like he's a likely contender to win. But then again, you can never tell. VVC though, looking as confident as ever as he boogies in the ring. You have to imagine he'd be extremely happy to finally be able to have a title wrapped around his waist, given his failure to obtain the hardcore title from Ace. Now, here comes the second opponent. It's Walter Abbott. Walter Abbott is the gentleman's gentleman. He believes in fair play and fighting. You're not going to see him going for the hardcore title anytime soon. But I have to point out, he is very much a rough and tough fighter. And you've got to imagine, with those kinds of brawling skills, he is very likely to end up becoming our light heavyweight champion. As he gets over into the ring, you have to imagine he's quite the contrast from VVC. VVC, a partier, quite goofy, and Walter, much more of a serious looking wrestler. Definitely going to be interesting to see if these two end up clashing. We'll have to wait and see if we find out which one of those two is the better in-ring competitor. Now we wait for the third participant of the 6-man battle royal. Now keep in mind, you don't have to be pinned. There's no pin or submission here. You have to be thrown over the top rope with both feet touching the floor, and you're out of here. And here is Brian Zapp. Brian Zapp lost his debuting match, but could suddenly turn that around in a huge way here, as he could become our first ever light heavyweight champion. And he looks ready to try and give it his best. You have to give it to him. He's a very persistent wrestler. Definitely not one to go down without a fight. And now the fourth person of the 6-man battle royal about to come down to the ring. It's Skeleton X. Skeleton X, fresh off of a match with our current world champion, the Reaper. He came up short but had some surprising moments in that match. And you have to think, after the experience gained, he's got some more knowledge and is more capable of taking home the gold. Skeleton X, I feel like Skeleton X and VVC would be good friends. They're both about partying, and you have to imagine that, yeah, I just think that they probably would be fun to go backstage, have a couple of drinks together. You know, it'd be a fun old time, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, Skeleton X. Could Skeleton X become our first light heavyweight champion? It's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. He looks, despite the goofy exterior, with a body like his, he very well could outmuscle his opponents in this match. So anything can happen here. I have to say, he definitely has a look that screams champion. And here comes the next participant of the Lightweight Rumble. It's Dennis Finch, one of our backstage teachers in Intense Wrestling. He's decided to come out and go back to the ring. Tired of being overshadowed by the students he helps to teach, he wants to show that he's still got some gas left in the tank. And imagine what that would be like if he shows that off by winning the light heavyweight title in his in-ring debut ever since the TV debut of Intense Wrestling. Dennis Finch has a fair bit of experience under his belt, so that could potentially be very helpful against wrestlers like Skeleton X and Brian Zapp here, who don't have nearly as much experience. Still, you have to wonder, is there ring rust on Dennis Finch? Now, here is number 6, it's Blue Thunder! Blue Thunder, named after his favourite move in professional wrestling, the Blue Thunder Bomb. He loves to pull that out. And you have to think, with that swagger in his step, that he is more than ready to get it on a British luchador. His older brother, Mr. X, couldn't make it this evening due to travel issues, but Blue Thunder did manage to make it and take up the last slot in this 6-man battle royal. And imagine what this would do for the team if Blue Thunder ended up becoming the light heavyweight champion. Now that would certainly be interesting. God, can someone ask him to have a shave, please? Good grief. And the match begins! Here we go! VBC and Brian Zapp going for each other. Dennis Finch and Walter going for each other, both attempting to take their opponent over the top rope. Meanwhile, Blue Thunder Bomb from Blue Thunder, taking down Skeleton X. Meanwhile, Dennis Finch could have Walter there. No! A hit on the legs, and both Brian Zapp and Walter both back in the ring. And a snap suplex from Brian Zapp. Dennis Finch home to punch Walter over the top rope. A side slam from Skeleton X. VVC wriggling free from Brian Zapp's hold. Walter now with a series of strikes of his own. Very impressive. And now VVC there. You see that? The clothesline taking Brian Zapp out. And the head scissors 8 down. Taking down Skeleton X. Amazing work there from Vivacious C. And now a moonsault. An eyesight moonsault. Wonderful work there. Now Blue Thunder looking to take out Walter Abbott, and Dennis Finch coming to help Blue Thunder out, and VVC looking to try and take out Skeleton X. Walter hanging on for dear life here, but look, they're still pushing. Can Walter hang on? Skeleton X not staying in, but Walter is not. He is out of this. And now VVC going back to work on Skeleton X. Blue Thunder now, oh, missing that springboard move. Dennis quite cleverly laying back into the corner, and a DDT there. You have to think that's the experience and ring smart. Now, good Skeleton X be in trouble here as he keeps desperately trying to hold on a punch to the side of the head of VVC. And now, look at this. Oh, VVC managing to escape from a potential DDT there from Blue Thunder. A bionic elbow from Skeleton X on Dennis Finch leaves him absolutely out of it here. Now, look at that. Oh, Dennis wriggling free and getting the neck breaker. Blue Thunder put into the corner by Skeleton X, and now Skeleton X going for Dennis Finch here. Skeleton X looking quite powerful here in this match. Dennis Finch could be in trouble. Oh, just barely hanging on there. Wonderful clothesline from Skeleton X. Now Blue Thunder looking to try and take out VVC. And look at that bit of work there from Dennis Finch. That muscle work has definitely paid off. Now Blue Thunder with a scoop slam on Dennis Finch there. Now Blue Thunder pointing at VVC there. He holds back. I think he's waiting for the moment to come in. And he's found it, but VVC catching him off. Wait a minute. Oh, I think VVC was looking for a Hurricane Rana there, but Blue Thunder turned it around. Now going for the leg of VVC. And oh, look at this. Blue Thunder going up to the middle rope. He's waiting for it. And boom, a splash onto the back there. And now, look at Dennis here. Oh, the skull of Skeleton X hitting all 3 turnbuckles on the way down. Blue Thunder looked to try and take out VVC, but VVC managed to come back. And now VVC dealing with Blue Thunder and Dennis Finch here. Look at this. Boom. Dennis Finch. The power on display is remarkable. VVC in trouble now. So could Dennis Finch be? No. Look at that. Dennis Finch wriggling free of Skeleton X. And now Blue Thunder could be about to eliminate VVC. No, VVC making the comeback here. Boom, a super kick. And now busted open. Blue Thunder collapsed to the ground. Dennis Finch feasting on the carcass there like a vulture. And sees VVC's distracted. And boom, the face hit the ropes. Fireman's carry from VVC though. He's not going down that easily. Blue Thunder must be out of it though after a hit like that. And look at this. Oh, Dennis fighting off VVC there, but a drop kick took them both out there. And Blue Thunder trying to mount a comeback on all 3, but Skeleton X ending that right there with the bionic elbow. And now, Dennis Finch, Irish whip into the corner, and a neck breaker from Skeleton X. Dennis Finch looking at Blue Thunder, clearly planning something here. He keeps him in the corner. Oh, look at this. He's going to try and lift him up and over. Meanwhile, look at Skeleton X with a lovely Samoan drop. Blue Thunder just barely wriggling free. And you have to think, oh, Dennis Finch could be in trouble here as he's up against the ropes. Blue Thunder punching away. Not able to hit with enough force to take Dennis Finch over. He needs to go for something like a clothesline if he wants to do it that way. Meanwhile, VVC and Skeleton X having a wonderful match. That discus punch blocked by Skeleton X. And Skeleton X with the neck breaker. And Blue Thunder right now pounding away at Dennis Finch, doing a lot of damage here. But Skeleton X coming in and an atomic drop. Wonderful work there by Skeleton X. And now looking to go for a top rope move. Boom! That splash looked so effective. VVC stopping Dennis Finch from trying to go for an elimination there. You have to imagine, after everything these men have been through, VVC would be easy pickings to go out. But Dennis Finch is too, and a VVC clearly thinks that. Now Dennis Finch out with a wonderful clothesline, masterfully executed by VVC there. And now going in, trying to do a hurricane runner, but oh god, VVC, his face hitting all 3 turnbuckles on the way down. Blue Thunder there. Wonderful, wonderful reversal. And now standing tall over Skeleton X and VVC. Oh, but Skeleton X quick thinking there and taking Blue Thunder down. Getting Blue Thunder back up to its feet now that he's in the driver's seat. Could be looking to go for an elimination there. Elbow to the head. Blue Thunder could be in trouble. And look at that. Clothesline takes Blue Thunder out. And now Skeleton X and VVC, the only 2 men left in this match. One of them will be our light heavyweight champion. And a reverse Frankensteiner there. You have to think that's going to do some damage there. Boom! What a kick there. Taking out Skeleton X. I'm surprised he's not knocked out from that, as he picks up VVC to go for a Hurricane Rana. Couldn't capitalize on it though. I imagine the blows to the head have done enough damage that he can't quickly capitalize. Now VVC taking full advantage. Look at this. I think he's looking to put Skeleton X away here. Now with Skeleton X down and out, he might be easy pickings. An ice side moonsault. Lovely work there from VVC. And now, could this be it? Oh, Skeleton X dodging. Wonderful. These 2 are not going to give up that gold. So close now, right at their fingertips. And you have to think that they want this more than anything. As Skeleton X put up against the ropes. VVC could be about to take Skeleton X out here. Could he do it? Skeleton X holding on for dear life on the side of the ropes. This is his last hope to stay in, and he's gone! Vivacious C, our inaugural light heavyweight champion. What a match we just witnessed. Look at that kick. That had to have been the turning point. Skeleton X tried his best, but I think after that, he was just out of it. And you can see here, Skeleton X holding on for dear life, but at the end of the day, he just couldn't keep going, and VVC standing victorious as our light heavyweight champion. Look at that. That is the light heavyweight championship right there. And it's now VVC's. Congratulations to the party animal. You have to think, after that losing streak, this is the start of something big for Vivacious C here, as he goes on to defend that title at our later event and on Intense Wrestling episodes. Could this be the start of a long and illustrious reign here? And now we move on to the second round of the Gold Rush tournament for the world title. The current world champion, the Reaper, going to be facing Wade Danielson, who beat Herman in that ladder match. They'll be fighting together in a no-holds-barred match. No count-out, no disqualification. The pinfall must be in the ring, but everything and anything is allowed. This could be a difference maker here. Now, one thing that I'm wondering is, we saw before, Reaper isn't one to typically go for the gimmicks in a match. He's typically more prone to using his fists. And while that is fine, the Reaper is definitely one of the best athletes in Intense Wrestling. You have to wonder, is this a big disadvantage for him? Because while he may choose to avoid using gimmicks unless absolutely necessary, people like Wade Danielson aren't going to afford him that same luxury. And I have to say, it does leave me concerned for the Reaper's future. But if Wade Danielson can pick up a victory as one of the few people that can topple the Reaper, that would be huge. And that alone makes me kind of excited at the same time. But we're going to have to wait and see. Wade Danielson was outclassed by Herman in terms of fist-to-fist action. We don't know what's going to happen here when these two go for each other. Hopefully for Wade's sake it won't be quite so cut and dry here. But you have to think that that's going to weigh somewhat heavily on Wade Danielson, who's going to be in one hell of a match here. But the thirst for the world title though has to be so strong that Wade will be willing to do anything for it. And here he comes. Wade Danielson is here. The king of the ring. Look at him right there. He's keeping his cool even in the face of the Reaper. That is confidence personified right there. And you have to imagine, keeping that kind of cool is not something that many people can do in the face of the Reaper. But when you reach the heights that Wade Danielson has, you have to imagine that it's almost second nature at this point to be confident that you're going to win. But Wade Danielson is going to be in for one hell of a match. The Herman fight was one of the hardest I think he's ever had to do, and I imagine this one's going to be no different. Here we are, Wade Danielson in the corner. And the match begins! Wade Danielson and Reaper meeting in the ring there, and we're seeing Wade Danielson pick up Reaper. Suplex the Reaper getting away. It's going to take a lot more than that to be able to lift the Reaper and hit with a suplex. But Wade getting him over the top rope, and a big punch there takes the Reaper down. He needs to start getting to work on whittling down the Reaper here as he gets Reaper to his feet. But Reaper taking down Wade Danielson there. Now Wade being taken up to his feet as the Reaper takes him back into the ring. Reaper doesn't have much intention of going for the gimmicks of a no-holds-barred match, as he goes up to the ropes, and a big boot. I don't even know if Reaper needs those weapons. He's currently doing very well just by beating up Wade Danielson here. Ooh, and a kick to the spine. Nothing big here at the moment. As I think he's just asserting his dominance over Wade, but Wade was able to get up now, and look at this. Boom, a backbreaker from Wade. Nice work there. Wade is not one to underestimate. And now Wade, the punch, and oh, he's going to try it again with the suplex. This time he gets it. Wow, now let's see. He's going for the pinfall one, but a quick kick out. Reaper is nowhere near done yet. Wade Danielson's going to have to put a lot more work in here. And now we're seeing Reaper getting back up, escaping Wade's hold, stopping him from being able to elbow that head. Ooh, and the back going right onto the knee there. That's definitely going to do some damage as he wrenches on the head. Just, ooh, tugging at it. That's going to cause a lot of pain. Not going to knock him out, but definitely going to do a fair bit of damage. Stomping on the chest now. And he's going to put Wade in the camel clutch, and it's in! Now we're going to see what's going to happen here. Could the match end early? No! Wade getting away and sweeping the legs of the Reaper. Going for the pinfall now. What? Oh, no. Not even a 1 count this time. The Reaper is so durable here. You've got to do a lot to take him out. And again, Wade was going to try and elbow that head, but again, it did not work. The Reaper, too quick, too strong to be able to be taken down that easily. Wade, though, too fast as he goes for that reverse DDT. This is a very interesting clash of styles. Wade, too fast and too clever to be taken down so easily. Meanwhile, the Reaper, too powerful. But now Wade with the baseball bat, and Reaper wrestles it off of him and now runs over. He's going to try and toss it at Wade, but Wade snatches it off him and he hits him in the head. Oh my God, let us see that again. That was amazing. He hits Reaper in the head. Reaper staggers and a big hit to the back of the head. Reaper falls to the ground, and during that replay he hit Reaper again with the baseball bat a few more times. Wade Danielson taking full advantage of the no holds barred gimmick as he tossed him into the ring post there. My God, amazing work by Wade Danielson there as he looks to give it everything he's got to take down the Reaper. Oh, he was going to try suplexing him onto the bat, but Reaper having none of it, taking them far away from that baseball bat as he goes to work himself now. You have to think the Reaper has to be a little weaker now after that baseball bat assault. And now Wade back in the driver's seat after that reverse DDT takes the Reaper back into the ring. And what's he doing? Oh, he's grabbing the baseball bat again. Wade Danielson, this is all allowed, this is all legal. And he wants that world title more than anything as he hits Reaper again, tosses it out. He doesn't need it anymore. He's going for the pinfall. The count begins 1, 2, and a kick out. My goodness, look at that. Wade Danielson now firmly in the driver's seat, and this time Reaper isn't escaping those elbows to the head. Oh, terrifyingly powerful there. Now we're seeing the Reaper. Oh, wait a minute, look at that. The Reaper coming back in a big way here for Rib Breaker. My God, what does it take to actually keep the Reaper down? As he gets Wade and hits him with a side slam. Oh, and now he's looking at Wade. I think he's going to look for something big here. Oh, wait a minute. No, he's going to first punish Wade for doing that to him as he starts punching away. And now, looking to end it here. And it's the Tombstone Pile Driver. It's over. We're going to see it here now. 1, 2, goodbye, Wade. No! Oh my God, Wade kicked out of the Tombstone. You really do not see that very often. Wade Danielson kicking out, and I think Reaper now getting a little bit desperate. You don't see this often with the Reaper. Seeing him push this way, he's pulled out a sledgehammer, misses the blow there as Wade manages to roll out of the way, rolled out of the way again, and now, right into the ribs. Just one blow is enough. Reaper not one to often go to gimmicks, so using it sparingly here as he takes a moment. He's clearly thinking about what he's going to do next as he watches Wade get up. Does he go for the sledgehammer? No, he doesn't. He's gone back into the ring. And now, picking up Wade, ready to do another move. He drags Wade over, takes him down, and starts bam, right to the side of the head. Now that definitely has to say something about Wade Danielson, that he managed to get the Reaper to go for the sledgehammer. You have to really push the Reaper to be able to do that, as he wrenches on the head for a camel clutch. Wade could be out of it here after that. My God, you're going to have to check those ribs later on. That coupled with the head after the Herman match, you have to think Wade beginning to weaken. But the Reaper definitely looks to have finally found his match here against Wade Danielson, as Wade takes him into the corner here. One question I have now that both men have used the weapon, is what would happen if these two men were to ever face one-on-one in a regular singles match? And look at that from Wade Danielson. The Reaper going for clothesline, misses, and look at that, Wade Danielson taking down the Reaper. And I think Wade is looking to end it right here as he goes to the top rope. He's looking for it. Look at that. Going for the pinfall now, and the referee rushes over. 1, 2, and a kick out. And Wade, he realises he's going to have to do more than that to take down the Reaper. My God, the Reaper is not one to go down so easily. This is why he's the current world champion. Wade Danielson, though, amazing work so far by both men. Both Reaper taking so much abusing, dishing it back in equal measures. But Wade managing to take out the Reaper with a vicious jawbreaker there. And I think the Wade finally going to put the Reaper away. Going to do what no one else has been able to do since the TV debut of Intense Wrestling, as he goes for the 450 splash. It's over. 1, 2, 3. Wade Danielson off to the final of the Gold Rush tournament. My God, I didn't think anyone was going to be able to finally show the Reaper that they were his equal. But Wade Danielson has been so impressive since his comeback to Intense Wrestling, and has managed to bring a fight to the Reaper, actually taking him out. A wonderful 450 splash there. It could be that instead of trying to out-muscle the Reaper like so many have tried to do, maybe that speed and agility, which seems to be unmatched in Intense Wrestling, helped Wade there in securing the victory. A huge congratulations to Wade either way, as he moves on to the grand final and could be our next world champion. And now, speaking of the Gold Rush tournament and the ticket to the grand final, it's Black Death versus Hardcore Hank. Hardcore Hank in another last man standing match as he goes up against Black Death. Well, now things have gotten interesting. The Reaper is out of the picture thanks to Wade Danielson, which means we're not going to get to see just yet Hardcore Hank and Reaper face each other, which Hardcore Hank, among many other people, like Herman for example, have been saying about how they could easily beat him. We don't get to see that though, but it does make things a lot more interesting because we're guaranteed a new world champion, and it means that anybody's predictions that had the Reaper in the grand final goes out of the window here. We could see Wade versus Black Death or Wade versus Hardcore Hank. And again, keep in mind the match type, undecided so far because it's randomly chosen. Black Death coming down to the ring. You have to wonder what's going through Black Death's mind. He's got to beat Hardcore Hank and then Wade Danielson. Two completely different types of wrestling styles. Hardcore Hank with the muscle, Wade Danielson with the speed. Black Death though, I imagine this will be a perfect time for him to show himself as the new Prince of Darkness in Intense Wrestling. Now that Reaper has been taken off of that throne, you have to think Black Death looking to take his place on it. And now, here comes Hardcore Hank. I know for a fact, I've been hearing back say, Hank was watching that match intently, and people just heard from his locker room an immense amount of laughter once Wade managed to pin the Reaper for the 3 count. You have to think Hank has to be feeling confident now. He knows he doesn't have to face the Reaper if he wins this match. But what can he do against Wade Danielson? Wade Danielson already taking down the Reaper thanks to that speed and agility. But so far, Hank looking very impressive in his first round match thanks to that impressive strength. Black Death, though, is not one to go down so easily. So Hank's going to have to give it a lot to be able to keep Black Death down for that 10 count as the match begins. And look at this! Boom! And a back suplex. And he's keeping hold of Black Death here for a German suplex. Good God, look at this. Black Death already looking a bit out of it. And a vertical suplex. Hank absolutely dominating Black Death so far in this match. Boom, and a snapmare there, right onto the neck. Oh, look at this. Hank relaxing, making this look like it's so easy. Black Death is not an easy wrestler to take down. So you have to think a message that sends the back. Hardcore Hank managed to send Black Death's head into the turnbuckles there from that slam. So he picks him back up. Oh, Black Death not happy to go for a belly-to-belly there. And now, going to the outside. Keep in mind, this is a no DQ match. Oh, I think Hank actually got to Black Death there. Black Death had to try and mentally bring himself back into a good state of mind as he slings Hardcore Hank over to the corner. Black Death now continuing his assault. Oh, God. Hank back up now. And a Lufez press as he punches away that mask. My goodness, Black Death could be in big trouble here as he's taken to his feet. And now, a snap suplex. And Hank immediately back up to his feet. Grabbing hold of Black Death and starts elbowing the head. Hank has an obsession. An obsession, I tell you, with absolutely taking out people's heads. Ever since he did that to Biohazard, he's just been so intent on going for those headshots. And now he stands over as Black Death is counted. I wonder if Black Death could already be out here. Black Death is not an easy wrestler to take out, so if so, that would be a hell of a message there. No, Black Death beginning to get up, and Hank was immediately on the assault there as he grabs a hold of Black Death and starts to drag him over, takes him down, stops Black Death from being able to make a comeback, and he starts elbowing the head again. Oh, God, that's awful. And Black Death clutching at his head there. He has to be in so much pain. And Hardcore Hank was taunting him there, telling him to get up. Black Death didn't, so Hank was going to bring him up himself, but there we see Black Death now, trying to make a comeback here. Good God, Hardcore Hank's looked like a monster so far. Boom! An elbow to the head from Black Death now. Almost there's a receipt and a big boot. Black Death now. Oh, look at this. Black Death giving Hardcore Hank a taste of his own medicine, playing some of those mind games himself now. So he starts punching away. Oh, reverse DDT. Lovely work. Hank rolling to the side of the ring. Clearly taken off there by Black Death. And now Black Death watching Hank get up. So he plans. Boom! Man, oh man, Black Death. Firmly in the driver's seat now as he goes for that shoulder claw. Hardcore Hank shouldn't have been so confident here as he tries to get up to escape that shoulder claw. Boom! And a punch to the midsection. A punch to the head staggers Black Death though. Hank now back in action. Takes it over and oh God! The head bashing into the frame of the ring. Oh, and the leg there. Taken out by Hardcore Hank. My God, and he's gotten... Oh, look at this. Oh, no! Into the steel steps! Oh, God. Hank, absolutely barbaric as he gets into the ring. Black Death clutching onto that leg. I think Hardcore Hank's done some real damage there to that leg. My God. I think Black Death's going to need to get a doctor checked in. I really would not recommend he get up after an assault like that. Good God. Oh, but Black Death not willing to give up the world title for anything as he picks him up. Oh, but Hardcore Hank taking advantage there of the weakness as he starts bashing away at the head, the leg and the head there. Caving in, stopping Black Death from being able to take advantage. So Hank with the suplex goes back in. You have to think Black Death in a lot of pain here. Big commendations to him for continuing to show that heart and determination to keep going for it. But my God, Hank has no time, no mercy for anyone or anything, as Black Death once again getting back to his feet, hobbling over to Hardcore Hank, lifts him up again, but Hank having no time for Black Death here as he picks him up and BAM! Big powerbomb onto the concrete floor and back into the ring again. Hank, this is such a deliberate, slow tactic. Anytime Black Death gets up, goes back out of the ring, takes out Black Death and goes back in. Not entertaining to the fans that are watching in the arena, but very deliberate. Sending a message here. Black Death once again getting up and Hank immediately over, but Black Death now making a comeback. Look at that. Tossing him over and you can see there slicing at the throat. Black Death wanting to try and put this away here as Hank begins to get counted. Black Death going into the ring now, showing Hardcore Hank a taste of his own medicine, likely also wanting to give that left leg a rest there after everything Hank put it through. My God, to think that Black Death is continuing to fight even with a leg injury, very impressive in my opinion. He's lifted Hank up and look at this, and he walks over, boom, put all that he had into that to try and take Hank down, but Hank still trying to get up. Black Death immediately on him there with a shoulder claw. Oh man. And Hank reeling from that assault as he gets Hank up to his feet, starts punching away, and boom, an elbow to the head there. And again, as Hank tried to go for an offense, but Black Death cut him off. You can see here, look at that, and again into the barricade. But, oh God, Hank now dodging and going for some punches of his own, and tosses him in. Oh, the left leg collapsed there for Black Death as he fell to the ground. And now the referee doing the count. Hardcore Hank willing to win off of that, it seems. That leg definitely injured. If Black Death is able to just collapse from running for a while, you have to think the damage that's been done to it tonight. Black Death, is he going to stay down? No! Picking himself back up here. Continuing like a wounded warrior as he watches Hardcore Hank here. And look at this! Lifts with all his strength and down onto Hank's leg. My God, and Black Death calling for something big here. The powers of darkness. Certainly now looking to Black Death now that the Reaper had been taken from the throne. Black Death is all that the powers of darkness have left as he goes for a kick. Trying to take down Hardcore Hank here. Trying to subdue him as he picks him up for something here. Going to go for a suplex. No! Oh, look at that, and the leg crashing into the turnbuckle from that suplex there. And you saw there with the suplex, Hank managing to trap the leg of Black Death there. Definitely a good reason why Black Death was unable to do that suplex. Hank absolutely wanted to try and injure an opponent to try and secure his victory, but Black Death again getting up, and now Hank could be looking to put it away here as he goes for a powerbomb. Boom! The back of the head. Oh God, the back of the head hitting the ropes on the way down. That could lead to a severe neck injury. I'd be surprised if there's anything left to give on Black Death's part after that. He's been put through the absolute ringer. His head could be injured. His neck could be injured. His leg is definitely injured. Hardcore Hank having no remorse, no love for the human body as he goes on to the grand final for the world title. Now Black Death absolutely gave it everything he had, kept coming back in the face of dwindling chances, but in the face of all the injuries that he was sustaining. Black Death got up when most people would have given up long ago. Have to give him a huge commendation for that, but Hardcore Hank, he's looking absolutely unstoppable currently. But will he be able to win the world title? Keep in mind that Reaper also looked unstoppable until Danielson beat him. But until then, we're going to see the Hardcore Championship match defended in a triple threat Extreme Rules match. It's Ace the Tank Bakke defending the title against Mad Boar and Baxter. This match is going to be very interesting. No count out, no disqualification, and because of the triple threat rules, Ace doesn't even have to be pinned to lose the title. Now with a triple threat match, you have to remember that you can win by pinning or submitting anyone, but that also means you don't have to be pinned or submitted to lose the match. So Ace is going to have to be very aware of his surroundings here if he wants to hold on to that title. Now Mad Boar coming down to the ring after becoming our inaugural tag team champion with Mammoth as the Beasts of Bedlam. Mad Boar definitely has to be riding high mentally from that one, but I do have to question how he's doing physically after a grueling match like that. No matter how dominating he was, that's still going to do stuff to the body, and given that this is an Extreme Rules match, you have to imagine he's not doing 100%. But we're going to have to wait and see though, because Mad Boar can do some terrifying things. And here comes the second opponent of the match, it's Baxter. Baxter now coming down motorcycle, sitting on his motorcycle, a absolute bruiser in the ring. And you have to think he has absolutely everything to gain here. Look, as he had a loss against the Reaper, but you have to think after learning that match that he is far more prepared for something like this. Baxter is not one to be underestimated despite that performance against the Reaper, as he can absolutely bring the fight to anyone. No fear in his heart, no matter who you are, and he's going to need that when facing wrestlers like Mad Boar and Ace, who, to be honest, if I was even in the same room as them, I would be a little terrified, I'm not going to lie. But now, waiting for the Hardcore Champion. Here he comes. It's time for the Hardcore Champion, Ace the Tank Bakke. The final design for the Intense Wrestling Championship. The Intense Wrestling Hardcore Championship around his waist. Ace the Tank Bakke, been very dominant so far when defending that title. Had two losses so far in a triple threat match and the 8-man battle royale to go for the world title. But when it comes to that Hardcore Championship, Ace has been looking unstoppable so far. Battle scarred, you have to think he knows his way around a Hardcore Championship match. Pulling out new moves all the time, his repertoire is incredibly impressive. It's allowed him to be able to bring the fight to almost any match that he's been put in, and you have to imagine he is more than ready and willing to take on two opponents at once here. Now, I should preface that with this match, Mad Boar and Baxter pointed out that for the past 2 weeks, because of the world title stuff, Ace hasn't been defending his title. So Ace offered to fight them both at the same time, which is why this match is happening in the first place. Ace might be a bit foolish there in my opinion, because like I said, he doesn't even have to be pinned to lose. So he's putting himself at great risk here in this match, but the match begins and Baxter going for a DDT on Mad Boar and rushes over to Ace, and oh, look at that, Ace's head collided with the turnbuckles and Ace sat up, kicked back down. Baxter going at an amazing pace right here. This is what I was saying, you don't want to underestimate Baxter. He is very rough with his opponents as he takes down Ace, goes to Mad Boar, takes down Mad Boar, look at that. Oh, but Mad Boar now not want to go down so easily. He lifts Baxter up in the air and he's going for a power slam. My God, Mad Boar slow but massive and absolutely powerful. With each hit and slam he does, doing so much damage. Ace taking him off the ropes. So, oh, he was going for a somersault kick there, but Mad Boar got out of the way, and now going to punish Ace for that. But look at that, Ace with a shoulder back toss there, and now going to try and do that. Oh, he was going to go for that headlock where he puts the weight on, but Baxter not going to let Ace even get any shots in as he goes to work on Ace, goes to work on Boar. Baxter very intent on trying to take out both men at once here, but it might be too much there as Mad Boar takes him down. Ace now quickly following behind Mad Boar, who is going to work on Baxter. Mad Boar, though, going back in the ring. He has to be in the ring to win the match anyway. And Ace following suit, and look at that, it's got the leg, takes down Mad Boar, smashes his way onto the leg of Mad Boar there. Mad Boar definitely could be in a spot of trouble, as now Ace with the camel clutch. The match could be over here, as he could get Mad Boar to tap out. No, he lets it go. Ace not looking to end it just yet by the looks of it. Very interesting tactic there from Ace. Watching as Baxter goes to work on Mad Boar now. He's look at that. He's just letting Baxter have at it there. He's intent on spectating for now until he finds the right moment to run in. Mad Boar now. Oh, I think I know what Ace is doing. He was letting the two tire each other out, and now Ace coming in. God, a Ganzo bomb. Good God, and now Baxter forced to get out of the ring there. That was painful. And now Ace dragging Mad Boar over. And now, oh, look at this. He's looking for it here. Jump, and a 450 splash. My God, Ace. The fact that he can do that, not even having to go on the ropes, is incredibly impressive. Now on the middle rope, though, as Mad Boar gets to his feet, and he leaps off, and boom! Neck breaker, but Baxter kicks Ace right on the top of the head, stomping on the head now. Not very happy after that Ganzo bomb, I'm sure. Now, punching away at Ace here, boom! You have to think Ace could have to do something here if he wants to take out Baxter, but oh, look at this, he's got something planned here. Necking Baxter on the ropes, goes over to Mad Boar, and oh my God, he just rolled Mad Boar up. 1, 2, 3, Ace has won it! What in the world? And he's yelling at Mad Boar. My God! I have never, in my entire time watching Ace wrestle in the ring, have ever seen him pull that out of the hat. Ace, once again, putting a new move out of that expansive repertoire, and he did that to perfection, knowing exactly what to do here, took out Baxter and went for that pin, and that is why he's the hardcore champion. What an amazing display there from Ace in this match. Big congratulations to our still hardcore champion, Ace the Tank Bakke. Who can take that title from him? And now we go on to the Intercontinental Championship match. This is to decide the inaugural Intense Wrestling Intercontinental Champion. It is an 8-man ladder match. We have Leo, Theodore Franklin, Eli T, the Golden Eagle or El Aguilo del Oro, Dangerous Daniel Hagen, Gabriel Walker, Jesse Valens, and Aaron Storm. Now, some of these wrestlers fighting for the first time in Intense Wrestling, such as Golden Eagle and Daniel Hagen, whereas the others have had a match. Some of them have lost their matches and are looking to make a big comeback here. But all of them, every single one of these people in the match, are incredible wrestlers in their own right who have earned the chance to be able to go for the Intercontinental Championship. Who's going to win? Here we are, 8-man ladder match, and I have to say, from looking at some of the people, I imagine some of them are more experienced to do a ladder match than others. Here comes the first man of the 8-man ladder match. It's Golden Eagle, aka El Aguila del Oro. Here he comes. He's got a very short yet very extravagant entrance. a very big wrestler in Mexico. He can do it all, really. He can high fly, but he's also very capable of out-muscling his opponents. This has earned him many title victories in his homeland, and now looking to make a mark here in intense wrestling and becoming our inaugural Intercontinental Champion. This could be huge for him here tonight, but his tag partner Leo also in the match. That's going to be interesting to see. I've got no idea how those two are going to work it out together. And here is dangerous Daniel Hagen from England. He worked as a bouncer before and absolutely has a body to show it. Not as muscular as people like Hardcore Hank or Aaron Storm, but he's not as extravagant in his moves as someone like Golden Eagle. But when you see him in action with those powerful strikes of his, he can absolutely take anyone out if he wants to. He even said that he's put on those gloves because he doesn't want to show what would happen if he went bare knuckle fighting with anyone in that ring. He said the results could be a little ugly. But look at this. Now, one thing I am worried about for him is I don't know how he's going to do in a ladder match. He's very much a feet on the ground type of guy. So you have to think he might be out of his element here, especially seeing as this is his debut wrestling match. This is a big ask for Daniel Hagen here. And now, we're waiting. Here comes the next participant of the evening. Who is wrestler number 3? It's Eli T. Eli T. What a man. Eli T. With an intensity about him. One of the members of the Storm system, though most closely associated with Kendrick Malandra. Eli T has a body like a Greek god as he comes down, and when he gets going, I have seen him do superhuman feats of strength and speed. He absolutely has no remorse or any feeling. He has no remorse for his opponents and will absolutely decimate you no matter who you are in order to gain title gold. And you have to think that is going to pay very good. That's going to be very good for him, not just in this match, but for future title matches in his career. Eli T definitely could end up being a big part of this Intercontinental title match here. Look at that scar on Eli T, likely from one of his many big matches that he's had in the past. And here comes Gabriel Walker. Gabriel. Now, he's had a wonderful victory against one of the other opponents in this eight-man ladder match in Theodore Franklin, but had a few little trip-up in the triple threat match and the 8-man battle royale. But you definitely can't write that off as him not trying. He's been doing very well for himself in this match, and he's had some more training, I've heard, with Ace the Tank Bakke and Dennis Finch, who we saw earlier tonight, in expanding his moveset to give him a better chance in the ring. Now that he's done that, I wonder how he'll do in this ladder match. Could be interesting, but we're going to have to wait and see here. And now Gabriel, waiting for the next opponent of the match. And here he comes. Here he is. Speaking of the devil, it's Theodore Franklin here. And you have to be thinking after some quite bad losses. One to Gabriel Walker. Okay, I'll stop doing that. And the Beasts of Bedlam. You have to think he is absolutely wanting to prove that he is not past it. He is tougher than anything sometimes, and he can absolutely go toe-to-toe with a lot of people. He's had a bad time of it so far, but here he could turn everything around by becoming our inaugural Intercontinental Champion. Despite everything, He is a very tough wrestler, and he could absolutely go toe-to-toe with anyone, in my opinion, and take the abuse that they have to give him. Could he become our first Intercontinental Champion here and give his reputation that boost it needs? As we wait for the next opponent in the Intercontinental Championship match. Theodore Franklin waiting, clearly looking ready, as here comes the next person in the Intercontinental Championship match. It's Jesse Valens. Now, Jesse Valens probably has more claim to this title than most of the people in this match, coming so close, so very close to beating the current hardcore champion, Ace the Tank Bakke. Jesse absolutely gave him a run for his money. Got so incredibly close, but just fell short at the very end. Could become our IC champion here though, in this 8-man ladder match. And you have to think, after an impressive performance like he gave, he has to be riding high despite the loss. I know it frustrated him, I know it annoyed him for sure, but you have to think, this would absolutely put him back at 100% mentally if he could win this IC title match. A lot of people with a lot of proof in this ladder match, I've noticed. As we wait for the next person, Jesse Valens, I think, is the person I put my money on. After the display he showed, I see no reason why he couldn't win this ladder match tonight. And now, waiting eagerly for the next person in this ladder match. The crowd are going wild. It's Golden Eagle's partner, Leo. Now, Golden Eagle and Leo form the team El Leo del Oro, a combination of their names, aka the Golden Lion. Now, Leo coming down to the ring, coming from Africa, a luchador who is new to the wrestling business, but has proven himself to have an absolute fierce heart about him. Now, sometimes he lets his anger get the better of him. He's very aggressive in the ring, but that can lead into making mistakes. But look at him, he's looking directly at the IC title. You have to think, he's absolutely desperate to prove himself here, keeping his cool as he gets ready for the IC title match. Now, from what I'm hearing now, I've gotten word that earlier today, Golden Eagle and Leo agreed with each other that they were going to hold their personal feelings aside in this match. You know, it's fine if either one of them wins, but they've got no problem with throwing fists at each other for this match because of what this title means to them. But you have to think, that's a 25% chance of one of them walking away. Speaking of 25% chance, there's a 25% chance that one of the winners of the IC title is going to be from the Storm system. And here's the leader, the founder of the Storm system, Aaron Storm himself. Now, Aaron Storm, with a physique like none other, jacked to the gills. Many people put into question where he got that kind of physique from. Again, he claims that it's from the Storm system. And you have to think, with that swagger in his step, with Eli T by his side, you have to think he's confident that the Storm system can bounce back from that tag team match. Aaron Storm then, in an interview, when he was asked about that tag match from earlier, you know, he actually said, he bets that Mad Boar and Mammoth might have been getting some tips from him on his website. By the way, don't visit the website, I don't actually own the domain. I know for a fact this angered Mad Boar and Mammoth that Aaron tried to take credit for their victory. Wonder if anything could come from that. Now Aaron Storm is in the ring. We have all 8 competitors. There you see the Intercontinental title, which is hung up above the ring. To win a ladder match, you need to climb up the ladder and unhook the title. This could be down to anyone here as the match begins. My God, a lot is going on here. Eli T going full on muscling Jesse Valens here. Gabriel Walker going after Daniel Hagen. Aaron Storm muscling the smaller Leo about. Meanwhile, Theodore Franklin and Golden Eagle going at it. Both veterans in the ring, both mastering completely different styles as Golden Eagle tries to go for the head, but Theodore Franklin escaping here. And Eli T muscling Jesse Valens, making it look easy here. Daniel Hagen pushing Gabriel Walker down. And, absolutely looking dominant. Theodore Franklin with a suplex to Golden Eagle there. El Aguila del Oro, aka Golden Eagle, definitely reeling from Theodore Franklin's assault as he's taken to his feet again. Golden Eagle, series of punches from Theodore Franklin and a Hurricane Rana as a rebuttal from Golden Eagle here. Now Leo looking quite good so far in this match with Aaron Storm, but look at Gabriel there with Daniel Hagen. And he takes down Golden Eagle afterwards. Now they get Daniel Hagen out of the picture here. Currently recovering outside of the ring. My goodness. And look at that. Leo accidentally tossed Aaron Storm onto Golden Eagle. Lion Salt. And a deadlift from Gabriel Walker. Golden Eagle slammed down. Jesse Valens tossed onto the concrete. Theodore Franklin looking to try and take out Daniel Hagen here. Now look at this, boom, iron to the back of Daniel Hagen. And now Aaron Storm clutching the side of the ring and a big punch to Leo there. Leo and Aaron Storm, the only two people still in the ring. And another deadlift from Gabriel Walker, boom. Wonderful work there from Gabriel. Leo on the middle rope here. He's looking for something here as Aaron Storm begins to get up. And look at that, Daniel Hagen sending Theodore Franklin to the side of the ring. Aaron Storm got out of the way of Leo's move there. And Eli T still going after Jesse Valens. Jesse not doing well against the vicious Eli T here. Leo, he's looking for something big here. And look at this, a Hurricane Rana from the top rope. And Daniel Hagen with a discus punch, taking down Theodore Franklin. Golden Eagle finally taking down Gabriel Walker there. Eli T. Jesse Valens fighting off Eli T here. Now, with a series of knees to the head, boom! Eli T staggers, into the barricade. And now, look at Gabriel Walker with the Samoan drop. Aaron Storm and Leo still going after each other. And now Gabriel Walker going for the ladder. And Aaron Storm with a spine buster there. Look at that, amazing work. Theodore Franklin, Daniel Hagen still brawling at the moment. And Theodore Franklin, at the moment, gaining the upper hand. That's very surprising, given the strength of Daniel Hagen. But Aaron Storm, uncontested at the moment, as he climbs up. He's got hold of the title. He can unhook it here. Golden Eagle smacking the back of Aaron Storm. I see what's going to happen here. A pincer attack. Now Leo getting a hold of Aaron Storm, pushing him off there. And now Golden Eagle going back to being competitive here. Wait a minute. He's walking away. He's intent on letting his partner win the IC title. But Gabriel Walker was right behind, out of sight of Golden Eagle. Now coming in, and Golden Eagle's yelling at them not to go after Leo. But Theodore Franklin climbing up. Golden Eagle back in, now trying to get in there and push the ladder over to save his partner. Theodore Franklin could have it. No! The ladder pushed over. And now Golden Eagle sending Gabriel Walker out as he punches him. Goes out to fight Gabriel Walker here. Jesse Valens after Theodore Franklin now into the corner. The ladder's been pushed outside now. And look at this. Man, oh man. Jesse Valens looking for something big here as he goes for the side slam from the middle rope. Aaron Storm looking for a ladder. Eli T got a ladder of his own. The Storm system. Daniel Hagen was getting up. Eli T saw it, used the ladder to take down Daniel Hagen. Daniel Hagen definitely good when it comes to fist, but you have to imagine in a match with this many people, he might be a little out of his element here. And now we're seeing Aaron Storm getting a hold of that ladder, placing it in the center of the ring, and he's gonna be looking to do it again. But look at that. Leo rushed up and Aaron Storm having to quickly go after him. Aaron was trying to make sure no one was gonna do it, but Leo was just out of the corner of his eye, and the leg crashed into the ladder on the bottom of the ring there. And now Aaron Storm unhooking the title. No one's noticed yet, but Gabriel and Jesse have finally noticed. Jesse running up the ring now, running up the ladder to get to Aaron Storm. Punches Aaron, staggers him, tosses him to the ground. Clipping Theodore there. Theodore now trying to grab a hold of Jesse Valens, trying to think of what to do. Coming over, he's climbing the ladder. He's not going to give up the IC title that easily. Golden Eagle trying to push down the ladder, which has Theodore Franklin and Jesse Valens. Look at this, Jesse Valens punching away at Theodore Franklin, but Theodore now punching away at Jesse Valens. Golden L and Leo Del Oro takes them both down. Oh, Jesse Valens' head hit the ladder on the way down. Good God. Theodore Franklin has fallen both times. The ladder has been pushed over, and you have to think that's going to take it out of someone. But Daniel Hagen now, uncontested, climbing the ladder. He could get the IC title right here. Theodore Franklin, oh my goodness, you have to think he's considering if he even should go up the ladder after everything he's been put through. Eli T now. I think the ladder has actually been blocked off by that other one. Daniel Hagen could be uncontested here. Oh, Eli T though, managing to get around that ladder, climbing up, getting to Daniel Hagen, punching away at Daniel, who is staggering, barely holding on now. Eli T tosses him off. Man, oh man, Eli T could have it here. Leo pushing at the ladder. And now we're waiting and see. Oh, I think Aaron Storm just got busted open there in this match. And you have to think now, Golden Eagle, Theodore Franklin working together to try and take down Eli T. Stop him. Eli T still holding on to the belt. Jesse Valens! My God, he just bashed Eli T's head into the ladder there with that power bomb. Jesse Valens absolutely pulling out of the hat. That's why he was able to do so much damage to Ace. Now taking down Theodore Franklin. No one left to compete. Daniel Hagen getting up. Oh, rolling out of the way, and now wrestling the ladder away. Jesse was going to try and take everyone out with the ladder. And now Jesse wrestling it away. Leo, though, quick bit of work there, taking out Jesse Valens there. And now looking to try and take out Daniel Hagen. Daniel Hagen on the side of the ring, and boom! Man, oh man. Look at that, and now Golden Eagle and Leo. The only ones in the ring. Leo looking to do something here. I think he might be letting his mentor, Golden Eagle, have it here. Or does he even know Golden Eagle's climbing the ground of the title? I don't know. But now he's going uncontested. Leo's just realised he's not going to give it up just yet as he goes over. He has to climb the ladder. And now, bam, from Leo. Bam, and again. And, oh, Golden Eagle, though, returning the blows. Boom, an elbow. And he tosses his protege, Leo, off of the ladder. Could become our first Intercontinental Champion here. No one's realised. Jesse Valens has realised he's rushing over. Theodore Franklin's realised he's rushing in as well. Jesse Valens climbing the ladder. Going over to Golden Eagle here. Punch and a punch. And oh, that punch took Golden Eagle down. He plummeted. And now Theodore Franklin climbing up. Oh, but Jesse Valens takes down Theodore Franklin. Jesse Valens, he's got a hold of the title. Gabriel Walker rushes into the ring. Now Theodore Franklin bashing away at the spine of Jesse Valens. Gabriel Walker rushes up the ring. The teamwork there. Bam, right onto Leo. Jesse Valens plummets. Daniel Hagen now rushes into the ring. Theodore Franklin now is working on Gabriel Walker here. Daniel Hagen climbs up. And now Daniel Hagen and Gabriel Walker fighting. Aaron Storm with a powerbomb on the outside. And you can see the teamwork here takes down Gabriel Walker. Now Daniel Hagen could be about to get the title. Leo tries pushing the ladder. Theodore Franklin about to meet Daniel Hagen in the ring. Jesse Valens being taken out. Golden Eagle trying to get rid of some of the competition here. Theodore Franklin and Daniel Hagen having a fist fight at the moment. Boom! Oh, look at that. He's staggering. Theodore about to fall off, but boom! Now trying to fight back with everything he's got. Daniel's falling off. Leo can't push the ladder. Theodore Franklin unhooking the title. Oh, and a hit to the spine there. Gabriel Walker trying to get it off, but I think it's too late. It's too late. Theodore Franklin has become our Intercontinental Champion. Good God. My throat is killing me after having to call that 8-man match. So much going on, so much that I missed. That's a match you're going to have to rewatch again and again just to see everything that was going on in a display like that. We're seeing in the highlights a lot of what was going on, and here you see the part where Theodore Franklin had the belt. My God, Theodore Franklin, very opportune timing, clearly knew what he was doing there at the end. Taking out everyone else and then finally going in for the kill may not be the most dominant display, but it's definitely the kind of smarts you need to have as a champion. Theodore Franklin, our inaugural Intercontinental Championship. Look at that title. What a beauty. And you have to be thinking, Theodore Franklin finally proved himself that those losses were just a small footnote in the era of Theodore Franklin. Congratulations to Theodore Franklin. Let's see if this title reign is going to be a long one. And now we're here in the grand final, the main event of the World Series. It's the Intense Wrestling Championship match. Wade Danielson versus Hardcore Hank. Now this match is where it all gets put on the line. Wade Danielson after big wins against Herman and the Reaper. Hardcore Hank after 2 big last man standing victories. Both about to play it all on the line to finally get that World Championship gold. And you have to think here, in a match of this caliber, that this is where it's all matters. You see there is Wade Danielson, ready to finally prove that he is the world champion. And he could absolutely, after Wade Danielson's big victory so far against 2 of our top guys ever since his comeback in this tournament, taking down Herman, taking down the Reaper, 2 people who so far no one else has been really able to take out, ending 2 undefeated streaks in Intense Wrestling in the World Series. You have to think that he could go 3 for 3 in taking down undefeated streaks by beating Hardcore Hank here tonight. My God, Wade has been looking so impressive on the road to the world title. Maybe Wade, with that speed and agility, could have what it takes here to beat Hardcore Hank. He's clearly confident as he waits for Hank, and he's not going to have to wait very long, because here he comes, Hardcore Hank. And good God, what do I have to say about his performance tonight? Full of dirty tactics for sure in his first match, but I do have to say, he's been looking absolutely superhuman. He's been looking like a warlord as he absolutely dominates in his fights against Kendrick Malandra and Black Death, who gave it everything they had. But my God, I don't know what it's going to take for Wade Danielson to be able to put Hardcore Hank away. He's just kept brushing everything off here in order to get to this world title spot. Then again, if Hardcore Hank wins, that's going to be terrifying. But now, this is where it all comes to an end. There's the world title. This is what they're going to be fighting for. The World Championship. What a glorious title. There's another look at it. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing right there. And that's what Wade Danielson and Hardcore Hank want to get a hold of. And the match begins. Wade and Hank meeting in the center of the ring. And Hank with a snap suplex there. Wade might be a bit tired. I don't know if he still has that speed and agility after that match with the Reaper. He goes for an arm drag. He's going to try and do something else here. Look at this. He's trying to think. Oh, look at that springboard crossbody. He might still have some, actually. He might still have some of that speed and agility. He's going to need it to try and take down Hardcore Hank. Oh, I saw Wade was trying to think of times to strike, but he might be giving Hank too much time to recover when he does that. I think he's realised as he goes for the zigzag, as he walks around. Hardcore Hank brought back up to his feet, and an Irish whip off the ropes. Oh, that elbow was blocked, but Wade gets in one anyway there. And now Hank, though, standing over Wade Danielson, a series of strikes, picks him up. Wham! Look at that. And Wade, oh God, another leg drop there. And you see now Wade Danielson being brought back up to his feet here. Hank, oh, he's going to go for an Alabama slam. No, he's not. Oh, God, that was even worse. Necking him on the ropes, you saw them bend. Hardcore Hank, absolutely cruel, calling Wade Danielson to get up, meet his death like a man. Hardcore Hank, you sadistic man. My God, Wade Danielson though, not going down just yet. He tries to fight Hardcore Hank off, But look at the strength of Hardcore Hank going for the pinfall. 1 and a kick out there. Wade Danielson not giving up just yet as Hardcore Hank. Oh my god. Look at the arrogance. The arrogance of Hardcore Hank. He's been killing people ever since he showed up on the TV debut of Intense Wrestling. And he is absolutely making it look easy here as he muscles Wade Danielson. He's busted him open. Wade, that earlier head injury from the match of Herman, been reopened here. And Hank knows what he's doing as he does the leg drop to that busted open head. And now look at this. Oh, he's stretching Wade out here. He's going to give Wade an out here, but Wade escaping. Going to try and come in there. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Wade Danielson not giving up just yet. A very hardy individual. Look at this. Giving a punch. Irish whip into the corner. Wade running over. And look at this. Oh, but Hardcore Hank with the reversal. But look at Wade flipping over. Hank going to go for a big clothesline. No, he missed. And a clothesline from Wade Danielson. Amazing work there. And Wade probably looking to put things away here as he goes to the top rope. And look at that. Didn't put Reaper away. Couldn't put away Hardcore Hank. No. Wade knows better. He's going to go back up. I think he's going to go for the 450 splash here. Here it comes. The 450 splash. Put away the Reaper with that one. He could put away Hank here as he goes for the pin. The referee comes over. 1, 2, the world champion. No. Hardcore Hank still in this. What is it going to take? And Wade going in. 3rd time's the charm, I think. As he goes, he's looking for something here. He's waiting for Hank to get up as he plans something here. What's he got planned? Look at that. He does a senton. Taking down Hank, and Hank was in agony there. Wade also in agony. As he drags himself to his feet. He's looking down at Hank. You've got to think, after kicking out from a 450 splash, Wade could be absolutely wondering what he needs to do here to secure that world championship around his waist. But absolutely in the driver's seat, going for the pinfall. 1, no, or just a 1 count. Hank still going. My God. And now Hank getting back up as Wade was going to try and elbow the head. But Hank now coming back. No, Wade escaping and a neck breaker. Wade using that speed and agility like before to stay on top here. Oh, he's got something big planned here. Off the ropes. And look at that. A knee to the head and a neck breaker. Wonderful work by Wade Danielson. A master of the ring, but Hank. Oh my God. He's just muscled Wade off. And now the knee. Wade collapses to the ground. Could this be it? He goes for the pinfall. 1, 2. No, a kick out from Wade Danielson. Hank thought he had it there. The crowd's going wild. And you have to think the crowd wants Wade to pull it out of the bag here. The leg drop from Hank as Hank looks to try and quash the fans' hopes and dreams here. Punching again at that head of Wade Danielson. Picks him up and tosses him over. My God, the pain that Wade Danielson must be in. Oh God. Oh no. The fans are begging for him not to, and it's over. It's over now. The pinfall. The fans are screaming no as he goes 3. Hardcore Hank wins the world title. And you see here Wade Danielson with those high-flying maneuvers. I thought he had it out of that 450 splash, but the knee there, absolutely impressive work by Hank as well. Managing to muscle through some of the biggest moves in Wade Danielson's arsenal. Good God! So far Hank's been looking unstoppable in Intense Wrestling. And I guess that's what you need to be in order to be our world champion. Hardcore Hank becoming the world champion here, being presented the title. He snatches it away there. And now, look at that cockiness, that arrogance, as he holds the world title in his hand. And I have to wonder, can anyone defeat Hardcore Hank and get that title from him? We're going to have to wait and see, but thank you all very much for watching the World Series. We hope you stay tuned next week for the next episode of Intense Wrestling. See you then.